you ever caught yourself saying things to yourself you would never say to a friend? Something like, I'm not good enough. I am never going to be successful. I'm a total failure. I always mess things up. I don't know anything. I can not do anything properly. I am useless. Would you ever say this to your friend? No, but you end up saying these things to yourself without realizing that the way you speak to yourself matters. It genuinely matters. Your inner voice has the power to either lift you up or tear you down. What if you could transform this inner critique into your biggest cheerleader? Just imagine, replacing self-doubt with self-motivation, replacing fear with unshakable confidence. Wow. And the good news is you can actually reprogram your inner critique. And in today's episode, I am going to show you exactly how this is done. Hi and welcome to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And in today's episode, we are actually tackling a silent enemy that lives inside us, within our inner critique. We all have an inner voice that shapes the way we see ourselves, we see the world, we see ourselves in front of the world. But if your inner dialogue is filled with negativity, if it is filled with saying things that demotivate, saying things that pull you down, doubt, self-sabotage, it can actually stop you from growing in life and reaching your highest, greatest potential. You have the power to change this voice, and that is the good news for today. So in today's episode, I will share 5 powerful steps with you that will help you reprogram your inner critique into becoming your biggest cheerleader. So you can start speaking to yourself with kindness, with motivation, with belief that you deserve the best. So if you're ready to silence self-doubt, if you're ready to step into self-empowerment, this episode is just for you. Let's get started. These are the 5 steps to reprogram your inner critique. Number 1, identify. Identify your inner critique's voice. Of course, you can't change what you don't recognize, isn't it? Many of us let our inner voice run on total autopilot without realizing how much of damage it is doing to us. Becoming aware of your negative self-talk is the first step to rewriting a brand new script for yourself, a brand new inner script. So for one day, write down every negative thought that comes inside your head. Okay? Every time you catch yourself telling yourself something negative, write it down. Throughout the day, we go through, different phases, different emotions, and so many times we end up not being kind to ourselves. So every time you're not being kind to yourself, if you are criticizing yourself, write it down. Because once you start writing it down, you will start noticing the patterns and the triggers, and you will start becoming more aware of all the self-talk you're doing to yourself. Number 2, challenge the critique with evidence. So most of the things that your inner voice will tell you, your inner critique will tell you, will be an exaggeration, will be, a distorted version of things and outright lies. So when you fact check your negative thoughts, you actually strip them of their power. So ask for evidence. Ask your inner critique for evidence. Every time a critical thought comes up, ask yourself, is this 100% true? What is the proof? What is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Replace that thought with a more balanced thought. And that brings me to, step number 3, which is reframing. Reframing self-doubt with self-compassion. Now, being hard on yourself will not make you stronger, will not change you. It will only demotivate you. It will only make you, a person who lacks confidence. It will keep you stuck. So shifting from this self-criticism to being kind to yourself will help you grow without the weight of shame, without the weight of guilt. When you make a mistake the next time, speak to yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself, the way you would speak to a dear friend of yours. Disassociate yourself from yourself. Okay? Every time you have made a mistake from this point forward, just, imagine yourself as your friend and then give yourself the advice. And keep telling yourself it's okay, everybody makes mistakes, big deal. Big deal, everybody makes mistakes. But I'm a winner. I'm going to see how, how I have grown learning from this mistake. What has this mistake taught me? Be very kind to yourself. Number 4, create an inner cheerleader script. Okay, so if you don't intentionally reprogram your inner voice, it will go back to the default mode of being negative, isn't it? We all know what a default mode is. In all the software that we use, we always have a default mode. So if we do not intentionally reprogram our mind, it will automatically go back to negativity. So writing a new script for yourself filled with encouraging affirmations will help you reprogram and rewire your brain for self-belief, for confidence, for self-love. Write down 5 empowering affirmations to replace all your negative self-talk. Okay? So instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I'm capable, I'm strong, I grow every day of my life. Instead of saying, I am a failure, I can never succeed, say something like, I am born to succeed and I'm on the path to fulfillment and success in life. So reframe all your negative, thoughts to yourself into powerful, positive affirmations, which are just the opposite of whatever you are saying to yourself. Last but not the least, number 5, take small, bold actions to prove your inner critique wrong every time. See, confidence is not about thinking differently. Confidence is about acting differently. So when you step outside your comfort zone, even if it's in a small way, you don't have to take that, huge leap. Small little steps. You can start rewiring your belief system. So, to start with, identify one thing you have been avoiding because of self-doubt. Okay, because of lack of confidence, because of lack of faith, because of fear of failure. Just one thing you've been avoiding because of any of these things. And take a small action towards it today. Today itself. And once you start taking these small steps, you will start moving forward slowly but surely. And remember, slow and steady wins the race. You will win this race. So thank you for tuning in today for this episode of Flight to Fulfillment. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, reprogramming your inner critique is not about ignoring reality. It is not about, staying in some fairy tale mindset or world. It is only about shifting your mindset into becoming a positive growth mindset so that you can thrive, so that you can believe in yourself again. So let's quickly recap the 5 steps to transforming your inner critique into your biggest cheerleader. Number 1, identify your inner critique's voice. Number 2, challenge all your negative thoughts with evidence. Number 3, reframe self-doubt with self-compassion. Number 4, create an inner cheerleader script. Number 5, take bold actions to prove yourself wrong. So the way you speak to yourself actually becomes your reality. So start speaking to yourself with love, with encouragement, with belief, and watch yourself grow. Watch that transformation take place in your life. Well, on that note, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, reminding you that you are more than enough, exactly how you are. So keep believing in yourself Have the faith in yourself, and remember, you are the best, you are good enough. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode today. I look forward to seeing you in my next podcast soon. Till then, take care. All the best. More power to all of you. Bye bye.